Welcome back. So now we are going to violate Clausius statement and show that it amounts to violation of Kelvin-Planck statement. How we do that? Look at this. Now this we want to violate Clausius statement, and Clausius, what does Clausius statement say that W cannot be equal to 0, right? W cannot be equal to 0. But we will make W 0. That means we are violating Clausius statement. So I am just removing this W, right? So W is 0. So here is an engine, or it's a heat pump, one can say, which is lifting heat from low temperature and giving it to high temperature without any work supplied. Here is our engine, which is taking heat, converting part of it into work and rejecting it. This is not violating Kelvin-Planck statement. On the contrary, it is just depicting Kelvin-Planck statement. Q2 is not equal to 0, but here W is 0, right? Now this is the system. But look at this carefully and what is happening. What happens is now, please note while we make this proof, we are showing both this engine and heat pump as operating between the same temperature limits, source and sink, okay, right? So what is happening now, if you say that this W is 0, fine, this body T2 is giving heat and it is receiving heat from the engine. So it is giving heat to the pump, it is receiving heat from the engine. So what has happened? This body, the reservoir, has lost its meaning. I told you right at the beginning of the previous video that reservoir either should be receiving the heat, net heat should be flowing into the reservoir, or net heat should be flowing out of the reservoir. If net heat from or to the reservoir is 0, the reservoir has lost its meaning. So this T2 is just a heat exchanger or something where it's not giving out heat. So what it means, I mean, not exactly heat exchanger, but it has lost its meaning. So what it means is, you can just remove this. See, this heat is transferred here, no need of reservoir. Reservoir has lost its meaning. And now you have a combined system. How is that combined system operating? There is no second body, there is only one body from where heat is taken, and that heat is, please note, heat is converted into work, right? How much heat is converted into work? Let's say W is Q1 minus Q2, right? This Q1 minus Q2 is converted into work. This Q2 is going back to the body. So this is also Q2, right? Q2 is going back. So what is coming from net heat flowing from the source is Q1 minus Q2, because Q2 is going back. So Q1 minus Q2 is the net heat coming from the source, and all of it is converted into work without any rejection of it, right? So there is no second body, no heat. If you look carefully at this system, I hope this is the system which has born out of our violation of Clausius statement. This is W Q1 minus Q2. Net heat flowing from the source is Q1 minus Q2, and all of it is converted into work. There is no heat rejection. There is no need of sink, right? That is violation of Kelvin-Planck statement. This is not possible. You cannot have a device which is working in a cycle, or an engine which is working in cycle, having heat interaction only with one body, and there is only one body, and you are getting work. This is not possible, and in a cycle this is not possible. Please note that. So we have violated, initially we violated Kelvin-Planck, and I showed that Clausius gets violated. Now we have violated Clausius, and we have shown that it amounts to violation of Kelvin-Planck. So that's where we can see that these two statements are saying the same thing. They are two statements of second law of thermodynamics. Thank you.